Hey, welcome back to All of This is Temporary with your hosts, Melodee Gates and Ray Stone.
Hello, hello. What a great intro.
Special request. Melodee has been wanting to hear the intro song because she thinks it's badass. Now, here's a fun fact that all six of you may or may not know. I did all of the music, the intro and the outro. So if you like it, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I really wanted you to start playing that at the top of the episode because I never listen back to our episodes, so I don't get to listen to the song very much.
Oh, well, you know.
I need to listen to us more. Yeah.
You know what? I thought it was a great addition. Let's put it up top.
I like it, yeah. I heard things in it that I haven't heard before.
Make everybody listen to it.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I love it. I love your music.
I like making a little bit of weird stuff every now and again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should have saved that burp for the song.
Yeah, that was right in your ear.
It's right. It was not great.
It's my favorite part of the headphones.
It was right after I tried to conceal my burp from drinking my beer.
Well, you opened it up.
I did. I concealed mine, though.
The floor was open.
I'm already getting reprimanded.
You just can't not do it, can you? You just can't not do it.
I'm not a professional, clearly.
Yeah. You want to start over?
I did it on purpose that time.
You want to start over
I did
from
it on
the
purpose.
top?
No, we're doing great.
No hard swallows. No smacking of the lips. No tandem drinks. No tandem drink breaks. So, you know. But burping into the mic apparently is totally acceptable.
No.
Well, yeah.
No.
That's what Mark Norman always does it, so I think it's good.
Well, he's not in the room.
No, he's much... Yeah. He's in a totally different room. Bigger room, lots more money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Way famouser.
I do have a loud swallow. I'm so sorry to everybody who has to listen to my lip smacking and swallowing.
Powerful
I do
swallow.
Try. By try, I mean not try, but I just notice it also.
Yeah, you told me that's how you get your men. With your powerful swallow.
That's how I got you. Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, dads. I like apologizing to two dads. Sorry, dads.
Yeah. Except one doesn't care. So I think we have
the never
one that does care.
He will never listen.
He doesn't even know about
it. This week's episode is brought to you by Selfish Fathers. Without whom you and I would both not be sitting here. So we owe them that.
That's true. I mean, yeah, they help bring us into being in some sort of way. And also we bond over our...
Yeah, he went like this.
Lack of fatherhood. Oh, gross, Ray. Oh, my God.
That's my new sound effect that I made.
That's gross. No, stop.
And then, but when your dad, after he finishes...
No, stop.
he pulls out a sheet with like a chart of money on it and shows the financial report to the woman
the graph
he just finished with. And my
Holy
dad
shit.
just started talking like parts and machine stuff.
Pulling out guns.
No, my real dad?
Getting on motorcycles.
Just...
Wasn't he into that stuff?
Yeah. But he always had a motorcycle, but he would really bore you. I was referring to like the stuff that your dad says that's really boring. Like her dad loves to send out the monthly financial report. What? I had a beer. What are you going to do?
I wish I could take off the headphones, but I'm still in the room with you.
Don't worry. Don't worry, babe. I won't keep doing that to you.
He does go in the other room to fart, which I do appreciate.
Yeah, because I'm a gentleman. I want to keep it. Let's keep it right down there.
We got to keep it sexy.
Yeah.
We do that by burping in each other's faces.
Just like our fathers.
Yeah.
So yeah, your dad likes to send out the financial report, monthly financial report, just to pretty much catch everybody up on the state of the economy of the United States. And he won't give you advice on what to buy as far as stocks or anything like that, but he does like to tell you how much success he has gotten from what he has done.
Well, actually, in his defense, in the monthly economic report, which does come out on the 1st, sometimes the 2nd of every month for the prior month, he has included a new slide at the end where he gives suggestions about whether to buy or sell, not specific stocks, but
areas,
different
sectors.
What's the word? Not no, like markets, different markets to buy or sell in. Yeah.
What a gem. What a real gem.
Yeah. But it's okay.
My dad was always like, "Oh, what are you interested in? Let me tell you why that sucks. Let me tell you why I think you're wasting your time." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, you should just keep watching TV or something."
But here's how we turned out so good, despite the bad dads, is you had a wonderful, loving mom, which is, what a boy needs who has an absent father.
And a stepfather.
And you had a stepfather who taught you how to be a man and showed you the attention, but also discipline that you needed.
Be a man. Do the right thing.
I haven't heard that yet. And so, yeah, you still turned out to be a successful, independent man that's, not a crybaby, which would kind of happen to most guys who don't have a present father.
Yeah.
And I don't really have daddy issues because I had and still have a stepdad who, showed me the love and attention that a girl needs.
Yeah, he didn't show you how to be a man.
How to
do the right thing.
No, my mom did that.
If I had a Chinese dad and he was trying to tell me to go to bed, he would say, "Ray down." And I'd be like, "What? Ray down." No? Okay, it's not funny.
Wait, I'm just Ray down.
Ray down. Like,
Ray down.
I remember one time, that's funny, it reminded me of I used to sleepwalk and sleep talk when I was younger, when I was a young guy. Mm-hmm. I may still do it now. I don't know. You would know. But I remember one morning, Bill, my stepdad, he was like, "Hey, do you remember last night?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we had birds on toast." And he goes, No, last night, in the middle of the night, you got up and you went to the bathroom. So Philip and I shared a bed when he was a young tyke. And that was in the living room. The loft was in the living room. And because we grew up poor, I mean, we haven't even gotten into how poor.
We haven't. And I feel like you really have been saving that for a rainy day. When we were at the stand-up the other night, that lady had a poor joke and it was sweeping on carpet. And I'm like, she doesn't even know.
Yeah, vacuuming carpet.
Oh, because you don't have a vacuum, you're poor?
So anyway, he says, yeah, you got up, you got down from the loft, you went down the hallway to the bathroom, you went to the bathroom, pee, then you went back to the loft, you got back up. Then a couple minutes later, I hear you get up, get down from the loft, go down the hall to the bathroom, go to the bathroom again, back down the hallway, back to the living room, up the loft, and up. And he goes, the third time I hear you get down, I come and I go, "Ray, go back to bed." And apparently I said, "Yeah, okay." So I go back, I get up in the loft, and I lay down, but my head is up over the loft, like looking over the living room. Because our heads are like at that, there was like a little bear here. And so I was like, perched up and kind of looking over. And he goes, "Put your head down and go to sleep." And I go, "Yeah, okay." And I didn't. I just stayed there. And he goes, "Ray, put your head on the pillow and go to sleep." And I go, "Yeah, okay." And I didn't. And he goes, "Ray, are you awake?" And apparently I said, "No, I don't think so." I also used to sleep with my eyes halfway open.
Oh my God.
Used to freak my older brother out.
Show me. How are they?
Okay, I'd be like, I was just open. And like nobody could tell. The lights could be on in the room and I could still just be asleep with my eyes open. It's like, that's how unsafe I felt as a child.
You slept with not one eye open, both eyes open.
Yeah, why would you sleep with one eye open all the way when you could sleep with two eyes open halfway? And it's the same thing. Little half-lidded, insane person.
That's funny. I have not seen you sleepwalk at all. I mean, I usually sleep through everything, so you could have, and I never noticed it. But I don't think you sleepwalk.
No, things are different now.
Sleep talking, you may have. I don't know. I used to sleep talk. I might have sleep talked with you before.
You have been doing it recently, actually.
Really?
Yeah, maybe a couple nights ago you said something and I go, huh? And then you woke up and you go, huh? And I go, what'd you say? And you're like, I was sleeping. And I'm like, oh, got it. Turn the tigers off. Okay. I'll turn those tigers right off.
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping to have a fresh bomb with me, but I have something better. A true bomb. So this is the next in the chronological order. This is like probably number 6 or 7, my 6th or 7th time up on stage. Excuse me. And I watched it, and I'm going to set it up. This is bad. It was just bad comedy. It was stuff that I thought was going to be funny. I rehearsed it. What?
It was so good.
You haven't even seen it yet.
I was there.
No, for this next one? No.
Oh.
No. This next one is bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, you haven't been to all of them.
I have not. Okay. I haven't seen this one.
So this is the next one in chronological order. Yes. And it makes me really uncomfortable to watch as I try to. Oh no! You thought this was Juneteenth. No, this isn't the worst one. The worst one. So we've got this one, then we've got a pretty good one after this one, and then we've got a really bad one. But this, I think, today's is like probably my second worst bomb on video, and it's just not funny. It's just I'm trying some stuff. It's really not working. I lose my way. I'm like forgetting my words. And this is what it's all about. I'm trying to get my little brother to do comedy. He has
some. Who you are.
He doesn't listen to this. He wants to do it. So my first open mic was over 2 years ago now. It was 2 years and like 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. So he was there the first time I went up. He's been there for a few of my sets. And he has some history of being on stage, and he wants to do it. I know he wants to do it, and something is holding him back from just doing it. It's 3 minutes. Nobody remembers the bad ones. When you bomb, everyone goes, yeah, sometimes you bomb. You know, sometimes you're not cut out for this, but sometimes you are, and you still bomb. Because I think I'm kind of cut out for this. I started posting some stuff on TikTok and Instagram this week. Got nothing.
Hashtag bomb with me.
Yeah, I got nothing for views, but I did get almost 1,000 views, which for having 0 followers, 0 posts, and 0 history, I think is good. Because I have posted stuff before on TikTok and it gets like 7 views, and then that's where it stops. So getting 1,000 is really exciting for me because feels very grassroots. But today, my buddy Cullen called and he goes, dude, you're funny. The first thing he says to me, I go, oh, did you catch one of those? And he goes, bro, I was up last night. I wasn't sleeping. I was feeling frustrated. I was like mad because the dogs were barking. He's like, I quiet them down, then I can't sleep. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to flip through Instagram. And he goes, and you pop up on my reel, and it's you telling a joke, and it was awesome. And he's like, and that's what it's about. And I'm like, that's what it's really all about, is just like, I'm trying to get my dopamine drugs the same as I'm trying to give them, because I get them. If you like it, it makes me high. So So anyway, before we go any further in, let's get this out of the way. I've got to get this out of the way.
Watching you bomb is one of my favorite things, and I never thought it would be like that.
Yeah,
I love watching.
This is uncomfortable. All right, let's turn up the volume here and embrace yourselves. Embrace yourselves, actually.
Well, let's keep it going for Raymond Stone.
Also, you're not supposed to do hats, I've learned.
All right. So I was surfing the web looking for content, and I find this amazingly hilarious video where a clearly intoxicated elderly gentleman is just trying to formulate cohesive sentences. Everybody else watch the State of the Union address? This guy slurs more than a 90-pound college girl on St. Patty's Day. We've all been there. I was a 90-pound college girl. It's cool. When I start to sound like Joe Biden, I know it's time for me to leave the bar. But on the other end, if I start sounding like Trump, I know it's time for me to go read a book. Decisions. But let's not talk too much about that. I'll tell you about myself, all right? My name's Ray. I'm 43. I still get morning wood. Thank you. And I always pull out. Now, none of that is useful to you. I just want you to know it. No, but I think it's important in life that we're honest with ourselves about who we are. Our attributes and our shortcomings, just the same. Like, for example, me, right? From the front, I know I'm pretty easy to look at. Not too bad. But watch. From the side. From the front, once again, sir. From the front, look at me, Like, you're not gay, right? But maybe a little bit gay, right? You're gay. But from the side, I know I've got this, it's just this ovular, I look like a porpoise. Have you ever heard the theory that human race is from when aliens came down from above and impregnated the different primates on the different continents, and that's how we got the different races? Gorillas, apes, chimpanzees. I feel like I'm what happened when they tried fucking the dolphins. And that is all I've got for you. Thanks, I'm Ray. That's my time.
Okay, so, whew.
It got uncomfortable halfway through. I've seen that, haven't I?
I told you that joke. Oh, you may have watched that, but I told you that joke first. And the reason I liked it enough to tell it on stage was because when I told you, you laughed at it. And I know it's funny because I feel like what happened when they fucked the dolphins is really funny.
It is funny. It's how you told it.
But I was all wrong. Everything about that was all wrong. So first thing, no hats. No hats and no shorts. This is the rule. No hats, no shorts on stage. And also, here's what I really learned. Okay. First, it is difficult to be a handsome comedian because the rest of the comedians get to make fun of the way that they look. Self-deprecating humor is like a cornerstone of comedy. But if you are at all attractive, it's false. And it never it's like you don't know that, but you try. It's like it falls flat. And it's like you can't be handsome and self-deprecating about your looks because nobody believes it. And I think that was like the major downfall there. And I realize I'm saying I'm handsome, but go fuck yourselves. I'm a little bit handsome.
So that's how it came across. The joke is funny because there is something dolphin-like about you. But you don't realize it until you point it out. And you definitely don't realize it until you take the hat off. Mm-hmm. So it started out good because as soon as you went sideways, people started laughing because they're like, oh shit, he's not that handsome.
Yeah.
But then it took you so long to get to the punchline. And on the way to the punchline, you called someone gay for no reason at all whatsoever.
So that's where I lost track of it. So that in my mind,
gay.
When I rehearsed it, it was like, look at me, look at me, like from the front, like not too bad, right? Like even though you're not gay, it might make you feel a little tingle, but you're not gay, right? Bah, you're gay. And it was like I had something that I thought was going to be funny, but it
didn't come
disappeared.
out right.
I stuck with the track. I said it anyway, and this is what comedy is really all about. Look at that guy on stage right there. He is totally unhappy with everything that just happened.
But so here's what's also funny is they were laughing a lot. In the beginning of the set, the first half of the set, you had a lot of laughs.
Yeah, the first joke was pretty good. What was the opening joke there?
Surfing the internet, you came across a guy trying to make sentences. Did anybody else watch the State of the Union address?
A clearly drunk man trying to form cohesive sentences. The State of the Union. That was great because Biden was a drunk guy.
Mm-hmm. Slurring his words and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yeah.
But wow, it's amazing just how far it can fall apart. So like I had them, they were on my side, and then I just threw them all away.
Yeah, I think you started to lose them when you said, I was also a 90-pound girl.
College girl.
Well,
it was St. Patty's Day that this is St. Patty's Day weekend. It may have been on St. Patty's Day. So my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to tie the day into a joke. And so the joke was, he slurs more than a 90-pound college girl on St. Patty's Day. And it's supposed to go quick like that. Mm-hmm. But I was like, slurs more than, I forgot. And then I remembered, 90-pound college girl. When on St. Patty's Day, I was the 90-pound. Fuck. I'm just glad that this has been hidden until now. And now it's coming out.
I think you need to try all of those jokes again. Like
you can't do the Biden one.
Well, not the Biden one, but the ones that actually bombed.
But
I think you should try those ones again.
Yeah, I am going to do the A-Team. My newest joke premise that I want, which is I want everyone to start calling Donald Trump Mr. T.
He's flexing everybody right now.
I just want him to.
He's bossing the world.
I pity the fool. I pity the fool.
You can't do it without the hands. You got stuck.
I pity the fool.
We need to make a little cartoon thing of Trump as Mr. T. And his
yes. A-team. I pity the fool.
What's his character's name? Barack Obama?
B.A. Baracus.
B.A. Baracus.
B.A. Baracus Obama.
Becomes Mr. T. Yeah. Like, it's so perfect. Because he's reversing all of Obama's policies right now. It's so funny.
Oh, man. I'm glad we got that out of the way. I do have a couple of funny videos that we can follow this up with. Watch this. This one really made me happy. Okay. Oh, I better turn down the volume just a little. These are loud. All right.
Can you start over? We gotta watch it again.
I will do it again. I have done this. You see his trailer hitch?
It's too far out.
No, that's where they belong. It is just so easy to go running to help somebody and forget that it's there, and it just is the middle of your shin. I mean, it is the most painful. Here we go again. Watch. So you see her hatch. This is, if you're just listening, there's a woman and a man, a couple. The woman is unloading stuff from her SUV rear hatch, and the hatch starts closing, and the man turns to run to help her and runs behind his truck where the ball hitch is sticking out, and he hits his shin so hard, and then she goes, "Help, what are you doing?" Because she doesn't see it. And he's just in the most pain you've ever been in. And she's being like, what are you doing? And it was on tape, which is the magic of it.
Help.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
What are you doing? Help! And he's just like, I am dying. I think we better amputate the leg.
Oh, God. That's a bad pain. Oh, my gosh. The shin.
Yeah.
Why does that hurt so bad?
Oh, just because, I guess. Hey, tell me when I'm on the shrink the thing. Is it shrinking there?
No.
Now?
Yeah. Exit full screen.
There we go. Okay, we got a couple more here, too. I can't see it from my angle here. Watch
Okay,
this.
go to the left.
This is pretty funny. All right, we're going to go ahead and we'll zoom this one in, too. All right. Just watch. This is retarded. Okay.
What? Wait, what happened?
All right, so it's a man who is going to swing an axe and chop some wood, and he brings the axe, he takes both hands and brings it up over his head, and then he swings it forward, and he hits himself in the back of the head with the butt of the axe. And it's a good thing it's not a two-sided axe. Watch.
Wait, watch it. Do it again.
Okay. He's going to video himself.
How does it stay in the air like that? It's just like the...
Well, he brought it up, and then he went to bring it down, but he brought it sort of through his own...
He hit himself in the head.
Instead of swinging it over, he just pulls it down and hits himself in the back of the head.
But then he falls over, and there's a moment where he's holding the axe in the air, and it's like...
Because he's just
elevated
holding
45 degrees. It's something maybe... See,
yeah, he's just...
It's paused. How does it stay there?
Well, he just holds it because he's in shock. So he's like trying to figure out what happened. Okay, we got plenty of... Don't remind me. We got plenty of battery. All right, one more time for the road.
Idiot.
All right, and tell me when I'm on the thing again.
It's not even showing. Just double click it. There you go. Yep. You're there. Oh, up a little bit. That.
All right. And then I
You can
think
also just double click the top bar.
I tried that. It's weird when you do the screen sharing. It's not quite the same actions. You believe me? I tried it. He believes me now. All right. And now this one is crazy. Okay. Last one, and then we'll move on. Here's this guy. He's just going to jump across this little tiny stream right here. It's doesn't seem like it should be much of a problem.
That is a deep stream. Oh, he was so clean.
A guy goes to like tiptoe across what looks like a very minimal stream, and it's just this huge sinkhole that he just falls completely all the way in.
He's wearing a polo and khakis and took his loafers off to do this maneuver. He looks like a different person coming out.
Yeah, so you can't shrink it down. I don't know why I want you to do it.
I want to watch those animals wearing human shoes again.
Oh, I got it to go. Okay. You can shrink it down with the pinch. Ooh. Pinch it. All right. Well, that's our video content for the show. Whew.
He showed me some great content before we started recording.
The dogs walking. I can't believe I'm watching TikTok. If
you've never seen dogs wear human shoes, you have to do it. I could watch that for hours.
It is pretty ridiculous.
It's so
just
funny.
High stepping and
especially when a dog like what's that called, a Great Dane or Greyhound is wearing the sneakers on his back.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow they got the sneakers to tie all the way, so it's like this stick with this giant shoe coming out.
It's pretty cute.
It's so funny.
I have to not get sucked back into TikTok. I am so proud of myself for not scrolling for all these years. But now that I started posting, it's like you post, but when you open the TikTok, it takes you right to a funny video, and they know how to get your attention. It knows what I like. I love the Anatoly, the powerlifter guy who dresses like a custodian.
Oh, I haven't seen him.
Yeah, he carries like a 60-pound mop. He's got a 32 kilogram, so it's like a 75-pound mop. And he's dressed in overalls, and he's got like a hat and glasses, and he looks like a total goofy guy. And he goes up to dudes doing deadlift, and they're doing like, 500-pound deadlifts, and he can do them, but you don't know that. And so he's like, oh, if I can just tell you you're doing it wrong, your technique is bad. And they're like, what? And these are like juice head gorilla muscle dudes, and like, what are you talking about? What my form? And then he hands them the mop, because he knows he's holding a 70-pound thing, but he hands it to them, and he hands it to them by the handle, of course, which is far away from the head. He's holding it right by the head where all the weight is, and then lets it go, and then it like, woof, it drops. And these are like big muscly guys, and they just look dumbfounded. And then he pops in there and just grabs it and snatches it up, and he's just like, yeah, it's like this. You do it like this, and he does it like a bunch of times. And these guys are just like, what is happening right now? What is this dude? And then they realize they're getting pranked by.
It's so funny. When I was on the talk, I didn't get videos like that, but in the similar vein, I would get videos of chicks, like hot chicks, working out in the gym, building their booty or whatever. And all of the guys, not building their booty, but lifting heavy. And all the other guys doing the same thing. Like, she's lifting more than I am right now. What the fuck? Like super strong girls.
So men.
Well, yeah, she would be like lifting more than the men around her.
So she was really just a man.
No, just strong.
Hey, there's no more need for that DEI stuff. Remember, we're doing away with the DEI.
I used to lift really heavy. I used to curl 30s, baby.
I believe you.
I have a video. It was a very short period of time.
I believe you.
Yeah.
But this episode is brought to you by tariffs. We're moving into a whole new phase of America where we're just gonna do whatever we want.
If you want to do business with us, you got to pay for it.
Well, but really, we're gonna pay for it.
Which means we're not going to do business. Wait, you want to do business with it? Well, no.
Brought to you by Pit Sweat also. I love being uncomfortable. I've got some pit sweat going on.
Because we watched your bombing video?
Maybe. I was a little pitting out earlier.
Were you?
Just a hair. And I almost changed my shirt. And then I was like, no, why? Just be uncomfortable.
Well, we were laying in the sun before.
That was nice.
Do that. It was so good.
78 degrees. Oh, yeah. Brought to you by Punxsutawney Phil.
Yeah. What do you think the neighbors who are blocking our view now with their new build, when they move in, what do you think they're going to think about us or me, really, sunbathing naked out there?
If we're smart, we'll just put up a, what do you call it? OnlyFans page.
It's
address
true.
on
You
the
have
fence.
to, yeah.
No, I'll probably build a fence.
Or Cash App.
So they can't see it.
You want more content? No, I'm kidding.
Nobody gets to look at you.
I was joking. I wouldn't. Obviously, I wouldn't.
That did remind me of the funniest thing that I told Philip about, though, is you stomping around, throwing a tantrum the other day, totally nude.
That was a tantrum.
Any ladies, if any women listen to this show, and I doubt they do, if you think
I doubt they do.
If you think you're punishing your man by stomping around in the nude while you're mad at him, you are wrong. You are giving him a special gift.
That you will never forget because he won't let you.
Just slamming your feet into the ground and just being totally nude, stomping through the house because you needed to get your robe from the other bathroom.
Here's why I was stomping, because I was already aggravated. Not really anything. I mean, yeah, in the moment I was mad about something, but really the real reason is I was just tired and needed to rest, and I wasn't letting myself do that.
Yeah.
And I got aggravated when I got out of the shower and I needed to put my robe on. And it was in the other room. And why was it in the other room? It was in the other room because I have to get up super early, like before anybody else in the world gets up, so I can fucking meditate. So dumb.
Have to.
I have to.
Have to.
I put myself through this. And so then my toothbrush and my robe are always on the other side of the house when I need them. And it always aggravates me.
Yeah.
And then I was already pissed off. So then I was like pissed off because that was part of the reason why I was frustrated.
Well, when it was my turn to get up nuts early, and
we're not talking about you right now, baby.
I did the same thing. I just put the stuff in the other bathroom. I tried to be quiet and so that you could sleep. And, that's just what you do.
No, it is. I'm not complaining that I was doing that. I was just, I was frustrated because I was just tired. And the reason why my robe was in the other room is because I wasn't allowing myself to sleep. Instead, I am packing my day full of stuff.
And then you were locked in a ridiculously stupid argument with myself.
And then you're locked into an argument and you want to get out of it. And so you just stomp around naked, and that's how you end the argument.
Right. But neither party wants to lose. Well, you lost by stomping around naked. Technically, that was the L.
No.
Yeah, that's when you lost.
Really?
Because it made me laugh at you.
I deserved it. I mean, we were both kind of...
Yeah,
we both had a part to play.
Being
but
stupid.
also,
I mean,
like,
I didn't really.
That's not true. But also that, that argument, wasn't even a real argument, but that little tantrum of mine made me realize when I'm driving down the road and starting to get road rage, that's also a form of a child tantrum. And now I really recognize it, and I feel so stupid when I'm like, oh, I need to get in front of this person. Like, what?
There's a vocab word for that. You want it? Petulance.
Petulance. I've heard that.
Petulant child. Yeah.
Speaking of vocab words, I looked up a lot right before
That's
this
what we
video.
call a segue.
Yeah. I'm not going to go through all of these, but one thing I did notice is some of my guesses were so far off. And I think because I wasn't actually really looking at the context.
Are we going to do you say
Quiz.
the definition and see if I can't get the word? Or are we going to...
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Okay, so this first one...
Oh, it's not going to work.
This first one, it's an adjective, and it means understood by few, mysterious, or secret. And I can start giving you like the first letters.
Understood by few, mysterious or secret. A blank idea. Not fleeting. No. I don't know. There are so many.
Do you want to hear what I thought the word meant?
Sure.
Okay. I was wrong, but kind of right. I thought it meant old or ancient because of the start of this word.
Antiquated? I don't know. Let's just go for the word.
Arcane.
Oh, yeah, I know arcane. Yeah.
Arcane. Yeah, I was thinking archaic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Arcane.
That's a good one. That's a good one to know. Understood by few, mysterious, or secret. Do you want to hear how Stephen King used the word?
Sure.
Okay, that's on page 77.
And while we're waiting for her
right
to figure that out.
All right. A really great usage of the word. The language of the voice in his head was arcane. The terms so off-kilter they were almost cute, but the message came through loud and clear.
Okay.
So that's why I thought it meant old, ancient.
Okay.
And also like archaic.
Yeah, arcane is like magic.
This next one is kind of like it's a two-word, it's a term, and I don't really know if it's slang or not, but it's also an adjective, and it means someone who is cowardly or easily frightened. It's two words.
Cowardly or easily frightened. I can think of 2 words.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like, is it hyphenated? There are so many things that.
Well, like think of someone who is very courageous. You would say they have guts.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So this is someone who is cowardly or easily frightened. So opposite of somebody who has guts, but there's a color also in there.
Yellow belly.
Yellow gut.
Yellow gut.
Yellow gut.
Yeah, yellow belly that's John Wayne.
Oh,
we talked about this before.
Did we?
You better take your wagon train out of here, you yellow belly. You just had to do emphysema, John Wayne.
Yeah.
Take your
deep breath.
wagon train out of here, you yellow-livered. So yellow gut. Okay. But it's
Yellow
yellow
gut.
belly. Yellow gut. King, like, he kind of
Changes
creates
it
some of his
around.
own language sometimes a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, let's do one more.
Okay.
All right. I was kind of close on the meaning of this one. This is also an adjective. It means relentless, unstoppable.
Go ahead. Just hit me with it.
And I kind of wanted to do this because
Indomitable force.
no, but it starts with M. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly.
An M or I-M? M.
M. It's either implacable or implacable.
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 I think.
Yeah, implacable, relentless.
Mm.
Yeah, someone who cannot be placated.
Placated.
That's why I thought it was implacable. I don't know.
Placating is sometimes what I do with you.
Wait, what is that?
When you placate someone, is like you go, oh, okay. That's like placating.
Well, yeah, that's what,
Mhm.
you're implacated.
Yeah.
Implacable. Implacable.
Well, that's a good word. I learned something. I learned a combination of words that I had never heard before. So the other day, there was a news article, which is the craziest way to put this bit of news, is Auschwitz celebrating its 80-year anniversary of closing, which is so wild to me to put celebrate and anniversary and Auschwitz all in the same sentence.
In closing, you don't usually celebrate the closing of things.
But here's, well, yeah. No, you don't. But in this case, you do. But here's the thing that I learned. There is a memorial library in London dedicated to, it's like full of letters to and from prisoners in Auschwitz. And so it's a library in London called the Wiener Holocaust Library in London. Just let that sink in. The Wiener Holocaust Library.
Look it up.
I didn't even know there was a Wiener Holocaust. What do you think it is? It's
that
just
should not be allowed.
just a room full of hooks with a bunch of ringlets of skin hung around.
It's one thing to burn Jews, but not wieners.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't do that.
Well, a Wiener Holocaust. I mean, that could just be circumcision.
That's true. Did Jews get circumcised?
Boy, that's a great question. I don't know.
Me neither. If there are any Jews listening, there aren't.
They tuned out. As soon as we said we're poor, they were like,
Yeah.
They're not listening to this.
Speak for yourself. I'm not poor.
What is this? So something I have been meaning to address.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Nothing. It's what Sylvester Stallone did. And I forgot to bring this up. Everyone has been going crazy over Tulsa King. Tulsa King, it's such a cool show. It's so fun. It's so cool. I have a real problem. And I pointed it out to you. And then you were like, holy fuck, I can't not see this anymore. If you're watching Tulsa King, yeah. Sylvester Stallone does a thing where he does the tough guy. Every time he stands up, he like pulls the front of his coat, like a tough guy thing, where he's like, just gotta adjust my body because it's so ripped and huge that I get to get this suit fitting the right way because it's just, and he does it so much. It's just like, dude, is that the only move you've got? I mean, we all know he's been horrible forever. And I understand I'm going to catch some shit for that. He has been. Don't even try to say
But Tulsa King is good.
It is only good until you realize he's doing real hacky bullshit with his acting skills.
Fall asleep. I don't remember half of it, but I liked it in the beginning.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it's Sylvester. It's fun. He's going to do some, tough guy shit, like get out of the car and just like throw his sleeves.
Yeah.
You got to...
So here's a thought. Is that the whole tough guy thing where they like, do that thing?
Yeah.
Is that the guy version of this? When girls do this?
Fingernails. The talking fingernails.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Yes, so annoying. Didn't we go over that before? I think we did.
We may have.
Yeah, we talked about that one a little bit. But yeah, Tulsa King needs to be under the bus. They are under
Did
the
we finish watching that?
fucking bus. I mean, we didn't. I did.
You did. So what happened? Often, so I fall asleep on the couch, and then Ray recounts what I fell asleep to while we're falling asleep in the real bed. And then I fall asleep to that too. And then
I also have another
never know
bit.
the endings of things.
Another bit of under the bus. This is absolutely rude behavior when
Ooh, etiquette. Is this a good etiquette
good
segment?
etiquette one. A little bit of an etiquette piece, but this is for performers. So I cannot stand it when someone takes they perform the cover of a mega famous song and then they play it their way. And you're just like, you are not them. You are not as good as them. You never will be. It was a huge hit because of the way that they did it. And the only way to try to do a cover is you try to emulate what they did. If you can't, then don't do the cover, because
Write your own song.
the reason it's great is because they did it that way. That's why everyone loves it. And it's like, just don't take a great song and then just like, well, I'm going to play it all melancholy. I'm going to make it all sad.
Yeah, it's really annoying. I think if you're going to do that, you should write your own music, and then
Yeah.
you can't write your own music.
So etiquette,
And
what do
play
you
the
got?
song when it's supposed to.
You got something for that?
Well, I think last week we talked about gym etiquette. I mean, we already talked about driving. I'm working on the road rage, but there are certain pieces of driving etiquette that were very instilled upon me when I was becoming a driver forever ago, that it seems like people don't really follow all the time. Okay, so I'll go. Maybe we can like bounce this back and forth. So kind of like pet peeves on the road.
Okay.
All right, like using your blinker.
Oh, that's out.
It's so
Well, the
people
trouble
don't
is,
do it anymore.
you know what? Babe, they ran out of blinker fluid.
Also, another pet peeve that maybe you do it too. You do it too. Not just me. I've noticed that people driving Teslas and electric cars, I didn't notice this before until I drove yours, but they slow down so soon before they need to.
Oh, they might not be used to it.
And that's another pet peeve when you don't have, normal I don't know when you're deceleration. Yeah.
So I'm gonna rebuke you on that one, because I was raised by a mechanic who said you're supposed to downshift and try to use your brakes at the end. Basically, what Bill's concern is when you wait until the last minute to hit the brakes hard, you are putting a lot of stress on your brakes. So, I mean, this is coming from a guy who, was fixing vehicles, and brakes used to fail. They really don't fail anymore. But back in the day, like you gave yourself plenty of room in case, your brake pad came apart or something stopped working. And then you're not waiting until the last minute to hit the brakes and do 70% of your stopping in the last, 100 feet. You do 70% of your stopping coming up to it, and then it's an easy stop. But with the Tesla it has regenerative braking. So if you're not used to it and you're not able to gauge just how, because it actually works really, really well. The motor slows you down and turns into an alternator, essentially generates juice, and it uses resistance to do that. And it does it like kind of relatively quickly, but people don't know it. So they take it off early. Like it takes a while to get used to, I think. But like when I'm driving, it doesn't feel like we're slowing down forever, and I barely use my brakes.
No, it doesn't feel like that with you. And I totally understand the slowing down, not slamming on your brakes. I get that. But what I'm talking about is when people, they have the slow down, and then they're like 4 cars behind where they actually need to stop, and they're almost at a stop, and then they just kind of like creep up.
Oh yeah, no, they should be shot.
That aggravates me because I just want to get there and stop. I don't want to be slowing down for the rest of my life. I just want to get to the stop sign or the stoplight and then just stop there and then wait.
You also really hate when there's like a full car length between the person's front bumper and the other person's rear bumper.
Absolutely. And I don't even have that on my list, but that is a good one. So I remember when I was in like junior high, one of my friends, her dad was a cop. And I remember sitting in the car with him. We were driving somewhere and I was in the front seat, and he told me, he pointed to another car. He said, that car is dangerously close to the next person. I said, oh, well, how do you know? Like, what's a safe distance to park, to stop behind somebody? And he said, when you're in the driver's seat and the hood of your car touches like the bottom of the tire of the person in front of you, then that's a safe distance. But people do it so that you can fit a whole nother car in there. And not only that's just dangerous because people expect you to stop closer. So when you stop farther away, it fucks the shit up, guys.
Yeah.
Now you know.
We are tackling some real. I mean,
I'm getting hot. I need to like.
I always learned that it would take your shirt off.
I'm getting heated. I'm very passionate about.
Go to the Patreon and you'll see the rest of the clothes come off.
Oh, come on. What's the Patreon?
What's a Patreon?
I'm not on there, whatever it is.
No, Patreon is like where everybody sends their the rest of their podcast content, and it's behind a paywall. I'm kidding. We don't have a Patreon.
Oh, okay.
But I always learned that the safe distance was where you can see their license plate when you're cutting off their license plate. But if you're in a low vehicle and their license plate is in a truck up high, then that could be you underneath their vehicle.
True.
That's probably not good.
So the tire thing.
So I have a fun little another under the bus. We're doing this is under the bus heavy. So we've got a friend who owns a yoga studio. You know who you are. And
do you listen?
She goes, yeah, give me so she hooked me up with some. She also does like herbs and stuff. And she gave me like some serums for, I had a cough, and she gave me some herb powder and serum for the cough, which was delicious, but didn't do fuck all for the cough, frankly.
But we still drink it and enjoy it.
Thank you so much. and I go, how much do I owe you for this? And she goes, oh, nothing for that. Because it was at the same time I was picking up your necklace, because she makes jewelry too. And she goes, oh, nothing for that. And I go, well, the jar and the stuff. So I insisted. I gave her a little bit of money for it. But she goes, oh, just give me a Google review. And I was like, ugh, that's the worst. So here's my Google review for...
Oh, because you can't give an honest one.
Here's my Google review for a yoga studio. Normally I get all hot and sweaty in front of a bunch of old ladies, but here at what is it? Harmony Hollow. Here at Holistic Hollow, Nicole gives me a reason. That's what I want to write. Like, don't ask me, because I'm going to write something like that.
She knows better than to ask
I
you
can't
for
believe.
A review.
Yeah, a Google review. I'll give you.
She wants a review from a dude, though, and that's the kind of review you get from a dude who does comedy. Oh, happy birthday!
Did we already do my insane thoughts with the tractor?
I thought that's what the show was.
So I think we already did this. If we have, then I apologize for repeating myself. And if we have, and you've heard this before, I appreciate you listening twice. But there was a bunch of construction going on by Cave Creek Road for a long time, and they had these giant Caterpillar backhoes. I mean, the big ones with the bucket. The digging bucket is like the size of a car, like an SUV. And everybody's lined up, and you got barricades on both sides, and the machine is parked right by the road. And I thought to myself, oh my God, if you were an insane person, you could just crush one car with the knuckle of the bucket, and then that car is incapacitated, and then everybody else wouldn't know what the fuck was going on. So you could just start backing up and crushing cars that are all lined up for you, with people just screaming and maybe even dying a little bit. So I just wanted to let everybody know I was thinking that, and I really wanted you to think it too.
Yeah. And this is things that we think but never act upon.
That's right. This is what is the difference. It's like we all think those things. Maybe not exactly that thing,
We
but
all
now
think really dark shit.
now we
Yeah.
are all thinking that exact thing.
Yeah.
But here's what makes you all good people is none of you are going to do it. And I remember asking my buddy Terrell, because he has an
Big T.
excavation company. I go, I mean, is there like a test that you got to pass to like make sure you're sane and like get qualified? And he's like, test qualified? No. If you say, yeah, I can drive it, they just give you the keys.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no matter how big the machine is.
And if you can't drive it, they take the keys away.
And then you get a bunch of fails on the internet with big machine fails. Have you seen those? Oh, that's...
Big machine fails.
I will watch YouTube machine fails forever. I'm nervous because I feel like I've started to reopen the floodgates on watching videos, and I've been so good on not consuming content, but just trying to...
It started in here while you're waiting for the podcast videos. So when you're watching bloopers, I think that's where it started. And now we're watching dogs with human shoes on their feet.
Yeah. I do have a joke idea that's sort of unformed. So things we all have in common, like we all check the toilet paper after you wipe. If you don't, you should.
What about after you blow your nose?
Yeah, of course. Always.
Got to make sure it's, clear or, you got to know.
Yeah, but it's not funny.
Why do we check the toilet paper after we wipe?
You should. Because you need to know when it's done.
That's it. Because you got to know when there's
That's why I
no
say
more you're wiping.
if you don't, you should.
Yeah.
And that's just it.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll try that joke on my next horrendous bomb. Oh my God, that was so bad. Oh. Also, here's another joke idea. Everybody's all, AI is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was thinking we should start a company called AI Development Software. Just because I like the acronym.
Yeah, that's good. You got, and then if you have the AI development software and then it's time to do upgrades.
AIDS upgrades.
Yeah.
Upgrades.
Time to upgrade your aids.
Yeah. All right. Well, what else you got there, little missy?
I mean, I never really have a lot. I've got, some more etiquette things. I have some more words. Yeah, that's really it. There was kind of something I was thinking about that I wanted to play around with the joke bot but I haven't yet.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
I haven't messed with the joke bot in a little bit, but one thing is like, you think of like older generations, or like just different generations of people, and we all do things differently. I wonder if there could be like some kind of game where like guess what generation the person is from based on how they're doing it.
Okay. I tuned out a little bit right there because I was thinking of my own thought. I want you to ask the joke bot why AI development software is funny.
Okay.
And let's see if it can figure out that the acronym for AIDS is
Should we do it right now?
in there. No, we'll get it for next
Okay.
week. We're at 58 minutes.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
I'll make a note.
AI development software. Why is it funny? And if it can't figure it out, then offer acronym addendum amendment to the request.
To the machine learning.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for this week. I was hoping to get signed up. I did not get signed up for comedy this week. But I am super excited to be putting together some shorts and some reels and putting some TikTok stuff out there.
And what's your handle?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter, you guys say.
Okay, Bomb With Me and Bomb With Me Comedy. So Bomb With Me on TikTok, Bomb With Me Comedy on Instagram. And I think Bomb With Me comedy on YouTube as well.
Yeah, so just Bomb With Me comedy, and then Ray Stone will pop up.
Yeah. Bomb With Me. All of this
and
is
then
temporary.
You can see him bomb.
Brought to you by Skim Milk and Tariffs.
Bye.
Bye.